Hey everybody, before we head into the game, we're gonna take a look at the deck that we're gonna play. An OG of the channel has, been kind enough to give me the hard-earned money that I don't deserve. So, let's take a look at the deck. Baltic Front. I haven't taken a look at it. So the plan is we're gonna take a look at it. I'll give you my opinion, we'll play it. And then I'd say what changes I'd make. First I have to find the deck though. Baltic. So 3 CVs I like, though it's all sometimes hard to fit into a deck. But 3 CVs allows you to, for example, like here go for 2 cards of infantry CVs, which is very nice because infantry CVs are just the best CVs, and the tank CV. And infantry CVs have, of course, the advantage of generally being fast, quite affordable, and also survivable in almost any zone, thanks to their stealthiness and, well, mainly stealthiness, but damage reduction in towns and forests also helps, of course. And then attack CV. It's fine, Spike, Ranik, upvetted Ranikos, I'm not sure if you need to upvet them. Although I guess given that you have a second god of Apilas, not the worst thing you can do. Yeah, carry spam, yep, that's fine. I see, sometimes when I run either of these, I'm not sure which one is really the better option, right? Obviously, getting an A4 law for, well, technically free when it comes to the points is very nice, but you lose 20% of your card, right? Or in this case, you get 25% additional availability when taking the worst law. So, given that they're meant to spam, I think it's definitely worth considering. I don't think there's an objectively, like, an as objective as you can get correct choice. Panzerjäger, nice. BMP1 is solid transport. Imagine, and that would be busted, but imagine if Jägeri got the BMP1. Be kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Never Ito. I'll be honest, you can probably get away with not running this. Oh yeah, I already know one change that I do. Okay. I'll try to keep it to myself, but maybe I'll even mention it in the game. These two are kind of musts, not because they have nothing good, but because both of them are so good, especially the Ito 90. You could upvet it, honestly. It's rather expensive at 85 points. And you don't need to be that close to the front line, so you should be pretty survivable. But it has 65% base accuracy as well, so it's already really accurate. Modswadi Wilk Chariot here. That's like an age-old, I wouldn't say debate, but conundrum. Do you take the 20 or do you take the M2 Wilk or the T72S? These days, I'm in the camp of T72S over the M2 Wilk, that is. But the M1 Wilk is very capable as well. It has is in close range. Definitely has the capabilities to punch up, deal with more expensive tanks. And Charioteer is just a very good cheap fire support tank. Erikoi, an obvious one. Sissy in the KT, it's interesting for sure. Not necessarily bad, but these days, I'll be honest, I think I take 2 cards of Yakari in the KT because I want as many KTs as possible. Yakari 90 though, because at that price point, having a better law is nice. But basically, anytime you can get the KT, that makes the card very good on its own almost. The question is more like, what do you lose by taking a KT on a unit that you only get 6 of, right? In this case, you basically lose 10 KTs. Arguably. But of course, then you would have to replace something here, Salamandra, I'm somewhat of a Salamandra hater. I'll be honest. I think it's fine. I don't use it very often myself. If you use it, you definitely want the fob, though. And the BMP1 KT is very nice, too. What really is obvious is no PMPSV. I just realized. I say it's obvious and then followed by I just realized, but yeah, that thing is also very good. So that's you. It's just good. I'm not sure if it's really necessary. You have the Chariot here for fire support, and it's not It's fine for base defense. But you have a point left over. We could maybe take another helicopter instead. I don't know. KT and Sokol, I think those are standard. Really, both very good helicopters. Two ASFs and a Syria. No seed plane. I mean, I was gonna say no HE bomber, but I mean, you can still, the Hawk is still good. It got nerfed to 70 points, but it's still good. I mean, it's a good Baltic front deck, like perfectly capable. There's some adjustments that I would do, but I'll go over those after the game. Alright, we got a good map. Well, for this deck, not for me. I actually don't like this map. I think it's a fine map, I'm just bad on it. So, we go for Ivan? I think we can. We definitely have the units. We have Spikes, we have Erikoi, we have KTs. Going for Ivan would be nice. I'd like to do that. Like, the boring play would be to just hold this. But an Ivan push can be fun. I'm gonna try it. I'll try it. Although, do we have anything Heloborn? We don't. That is the one thing. You kind of want something in a helicopter if possible. I'll do it anyway. It might be the wrong call. It might be. So let's get this. Actually, split you up for better maneuverability. For right side, we want spikes. Let's get rid of those BTR 60s. Do we get a so-call? Things that Sokol can sort of double as a recon helicopter because with medium optics you will spot helicopters decently and stuff across the open at a reasonable distance, so it's not the worst thing ever. Let's get like an M1 and some spam. I'm not gonna bother with the mortar when I just have an M1 Wilk. More KTs on the right. KTs are just so good, man. Do we get a Strela? I'm gonna get another Erikoi. Look, I'm not gonna wait until the end. I don't like having only one card for Erikoi. Instead of the Strela 10M, I think a second card of Erikoi is much, much better. Like, so much better. Like, they're just so strong and almost invaluable to your anti-air defense. Like, sure, they're the same price and have obviously much stronger anti-air presence, but when you have forests and especially towns to use, they're gonna be much further up the front line. They can spot for themselves and have other purposes as well. I just think they're so much better. But you know what? Sure, let's take the Strela in there. I'm still pretty light on the right side, I'll be honest. Pure PSV also would have been very good for these pushes here. Though to be fair, once you're pushing up with the meat shield behind, 4G and Outlaw and such on the Wilk is really nice too. We have a Sokol as well for additional anti-air, at least against helos. Did they say anything? They did. I could get rid of the power, but I don't want to. Maybe another KT actually for here. Thing with KTs, if there's very little presence from our opponent, I could definitely reroute them. It's gonna take a while for them to arrive on the right side, but you know what? Let's get a Salamandra. Right, ready. And I don't want to send my helicopter here, just in case I send like a Healer and are very aggressive. Like 5 years ago or something, maybe somebody remembers. I once lost my second CV there, thanks to that. Sloppy opener by me. Okay. One XA unloads there, the other one there. Oh shit, right, they all carried. Okay, actually it's correct, okay. Both of them carry sorry. One carries the thingy, of course. Erikoi, the other one carries the ATGMs. Fortunately, I did actually select the right ones for what I wanted to do. It's a Fennec, I think. Or is that? No, it's a Hera. Okay. Thingamabob it is, Entente. It usually means like no fast AA. MO17 with elites. You don't. It's not a. That was a OD64. Should be fine if he, assuming he just unloaded there. I don't like this road that they're taking. Oh, okay, that's a push here. Unload in this bush, you. Or is it just slow stuff? Maybe it's just. But that's a Prachka actually. Maybe there's no actual stuff here. Maybe it's just reservists. Oh no, there's actual stuff there. Let's get another spike here. Let's get some stuff here. Get some elites with. Ooh, that was lucky. M84 Ace. Wait, what were those there? I wanted to say those were BMD ones, but obviously they weren't. Because, you know. Oh, BVPs, right. Back to the fob. Keeping you alive is definitely very nice. And a priority. I'll be honest, very much not paying attention to what's going on here. Double Prachka is also not something you see very often. Oh, that was close. It's honestly quite ballsy to do. Got stunned because that is... Double M84A. Getting you would be nice. Nice. You're panicked, but still like quite a... Actually, you are not in there. You try to get in here. You know what? Let's get a mod. Incredibly sloppy work on the right side there by me. Still have this in here. You're empty now. Get a mortar. Keep you turned off. Maybe I can snipe a Prachka. Hold us. Okay, you will stand no chance. Okay, careful. There's a lot of range. Where's the salamander? There it is. I'd like to really get some supply trucks in there. That'd be really nice. You are spotted. You just shot at something. I thought I told one of you to go somewhere else. Whatever. Let's get a Civibat for here. That's actually much more secured. We get you back. The Parachkas could just sneak up on me. There they are. See? See, I mean that's. I mean, I was gonna say see. That's why I don't like the Salamandra, but it's just I literally called out that this could happen, and it did happen. So I don't think there's gonna be much that's gonna shoot at my stuff once I push up with them. So I'll risk it. Get the CV up. MS-17 is ready. You know what? Let's just use the MS-17 on the right as a defensive unit. Oh, you shoot at something. I forgot that I had turned you on again. That was a side shot onto the M84A. That's why it's 1 HP. And let's get some... Actually, yeah, no, let's get a bunch of you to push into the town there. It's on a side shot. Oh, you missed. That's unfortunate. Oh, I need to deal with those MS-17s. You took a bunch of damage there. I do not appreciate that. Oh, hello. More KTs. I don't know why I just took it like a champ there with this M84A. And that's GG. Okay, do I know what this is? No, what the heck is this? Boba. Well, it looks like Boba, but I think there's a Cyrillic letter, so it's probably not what it means. M84A, yeah, there it is. I was admittedly a bit lucky in the opener because my stuff took this road. Most of my stuff, the other took that. That was much safer, and I thought about rerouting them or like making sure to take the other road, but at that point I felt like it might have been too late and I would have lost too much speed, so I took the gamble and take this road. Fortunately, the stuff unloaded like there, I presume, because nothing ever shot at this stuff from here. The Isvidyach missing the shot on the XA was very huge too. Because the spikes would have died had that hit. I'm pretty sure. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure they do, because I think even if you kill something with just enough AP, you still take a bit of damage from the explosion. Right? Because this has 11 AP and would be 1 overkill damage, but I think you take some damage from the explosion, no? So that was like, okay, those were just Bruce Kunichi. No. I was expecting those to actually be speciality. I didn't look at the veterancy. Of 30, and those are going to be Padobranzi. I'm very curious what the accuracy was on this Isvidyach. Maybe it was still moving. No, it wasn't. Oh, no, it was still moving. It had only used its stabilizer. Oh, but that was the other shot, though. Now it's standing still, though. 49% chance. That was huge. That was actually huge. Nothing else about it. Base proletary spam and Sadosnitsi. I mean, I guess you... Oh... That hurt. That's the one... That is the one side armor no PvPs, right? There are definitely... more than just one... There's definitely more than just one situation where this actually matters. Do not underestimate how big of a deal the one side armor is. But at the same time, it's not nearly as big of a deal as having more than one front armor, of course. Would I rather have 2 front and 2 side, or 3 1 and 1 side? Probably 3 front. But I think it's like, you know, it's by no means irrelevant, the side armor. It's still an incredibly good IFV. Don't get it twisted. But yeah, what the heck? Oh, that was from Game 35. What happened here on the left? What did I kill? Did Padobranzi like miss a KT shot and the KT just bullied it? They got a decent amount of XP. Surely it's not just from these bad boys, right? I guess end the tab 71. Oh, did the XA stun the tab? Because the tab didn't get damage for a bit. What the heck? Bolos. And that one, yeah. That was just bad micro on my opponent's part, right? Just sitting and trading shots with the mod. I don't know what that was. Maybe he thought I was shooting at the Bruskomnitzi still. Obviously, I wasn't. I don't know. I will play more in a future video, but this is what I'd change. I'm gonna play this version once more in the next video or one after that. I just don't have the time to record more or a lot more right now. But here's what I would do. I would remove the Strela 10 and just add another cultivator coin. That is like huge for my personal playstyle. I think this unit is so good. There's no reason not to run two unless you quote unquote want to play a more, big quotation marks, fair version of the deck. You intentionally don't want to min max too much. Want to be like a little more honest, if you want to call it that. I think that is my number one change. I would downvet these. It's pretty minor. I don't think you can afford to upvet a whole lot of rifle infantry when you're playing unspec. Obviously, I mean, right. Personally, I would do a little bit more. Obviously, that's not exactly my version of the deck, but this is the one big change I would definitely do. You could replace this for second helicopter. I don't think you want that. I mean, I'll be honest, there's just nothing crazy to take, so this is probably just the best thing you could take. Sometimes I feel like this might be a decent unit. Certainly not the worst. Terra Musti might also be reasonable. It does have 60 AP, but has horrible off-road speed, which is annoying. Could up at the Ito 90, like I said, but Eriko is really the big thing. That is something that not running two cards of this is not something I can get behind. Yeah. But honestly, even remove the 20. The deck doesn't rely on tanks a whole lot. You do a lot of it with the Aquilas and the spikes, especially. That still only gives you 2 AP, so nothing for a fourth plane. The other thing is you could also put in the P on PSV instead of the BMP 1 KT. While of course you will lack cheap recon, you still have Sissy available because Erika are gonna be all around across the front line. And with with a bunch of KTs, just save one or two every now and then maybe, and just put them on flanks, and that's still decent enough, right? But PSV isn't must, right? It's still relatively expensive, and but I think it's still worthwhile. But yeah, the one big change I think you have to do is replace this Strela with this. Had I had two Erikoi, which I originally wanted, but I wanted to still have one in the backup, as a backup, right, throughout the game. Having the second Erikoi would have made it a lot more comfortable for all those helicopters. But he could literally just, and it was a mistake to do it with the MI35, but he could literally just just drain me out of my glass. And the problem is, you could of course say, oh, just send a supply truck with you at the start. Significantly worse off-road speed, and your unit can't be like in combat or something for a while until it gets resupplied, and it's much easier to target and destroy. It's practicality. The practicality just isn't there, right? Compared to just a second squad. But we will play, not in this video, another game with this deck. Because it was literally just a 10-minute game, but at the same time, I also just can't record a whole lot more today. So, Wargame. At least good optics, but poor stealth. So we're looking at a plane. Yeah, this is a plane. Let's go with an eagle. It's a oh, excuse me. Pickup. It's a modern multi-role that it's at maximum 750, but it has a gun. Maximum 750, like a Syria? How new is the Syria? It's probably rather new. It's also in Marines. Tornadoes are too fast. GR7? GR7 in Marines? It isn't like it's a Q5. I think it's a Q5D. There you go. Uh-huh. So it's a Jeep or something. 5 HP, looking at the speed. It's also medium. I guess it doesn't have to be a Jeep. It could be something like a VLRA or something. Maybe it's just a 5-point truck. No. Is it like the NM? It's in the support tab. But that thing's fast. It's a missile system, I guess? What else is like on it that is old? Unless it's like a different classification. What if it's a Ural? Like it's this thing here. Okay. I wasn't sure if this might be a different classification of weapon. Also, the price was just completely off. Interesting, same speed. Same autonomy. I wonder if you just copied that and didn't bother with some of the stuff. Wouldn't surprise me. Except for the VLRA Mistral, what else is there? I don't think it would be artillery because of the optics, but it's not out of the question. It would be the first time that Eugen did something wrong here. The RBS, is the older RBS cheap? Maybe. RBS 70? It's a surface to air missile, but what else is there if it's on RBS? Spada? Spada is not that old, I think. Or is it? Osa has 10 HP. Oh, the Fasta 4. Nope. It's more expensive. It's also pretty new. I don't think it would be an Igla. Look at the age. I don't think it would be like an Igla. Isn't there somebody else with like an Igla? Igla thing. I'm just messing with my chair right now. China, North Korea. Ooh, I don't want to take a guess or like get a hint. I guess let's try Sparta. Maybe it's much older than I thought it is. It's not. It's 55. 55 point surface to air missile. $55 points. I must be missing something very obvious here. The rapier. Oh. Okay, let's see. What do we have? We sort of Blue Dragons, South Africa. Neither. Do we still have Commonwealth? Still have Commonwealth. Red Dragons. HQ61A is Hongay 2. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. That's a lot more difficult than it needed to be. Amphibious West German Commonwealth. Price mortar or sand? Oh, I hate this. Because there's some mortars with where it's on weapon, where it's on slot 1 or some of them. Some of them are on slot 2. Jesus Christ. Yes, just go Fliegerfaust. Here we go. Javelin. And here, Amphibious. Is this Trelabus Amphibious? It is. Okay. Expensive amphibious unit. BMP2 command. West Germany, 2A4. Oh, it's 130, you idiot. Challenger 2. Exceptional optics and amphibious. Razzit. Tiger. Gazelle H1. Yeah, that was just dumb. One of the easiest one that I missed, I'll be honest. 45 points. Cluster bomb or twin autocannon. 3 to 4 HP. South Korea. Autonomy. Surface air missile. Could be ho. 45 points. South Korean. What's it? W. That thing? 3 or 4 HP. We have an OH6. Is that? I think it is 4 HP. Autonomy great. That's a very odd number. Autonomy grade in 685 at 45 points. He's 72. It's 40 points these days, isn't it? They all have 700. Leopard 1 don't have enough. There's a 45 point, the Norwegian one. The Roycat. Oh, what's the normal tank type Roycat? I don't think it's 40. I don't think it's that expensive. The Vickers? Vickers is 45, isn't it? Nice. Cluster bomb or twin autocannon? Well, cluster bomb is not gonna be. Twin autocannon, so a spag. A spag with a really good autonomy. The CA-35. Really good autonomy in a 3 to the Gazelles, right? Did we? Oh, what helicopters did we recently have with really good autonomy? That was the Gazelles. I mean, obviously the Recon Tiger we had last time. Oh, I have a sneeze coming. Hold on. Much better. 45 points. Weapon 2, surface to air missile. I was gonna go for the tank, the North Korean tank, the Type 59, but that's weapon 3. Sopel? Weapon 2, surface to air missile. Wait, what? Is there even... Does South Korea have a cluster bomber? Oh, that would be the Dragonfly then, huh? Because cluster bomber cannot fit in either of these two. I think that might be the Dragonfly. Because I don't think anything else... I don't have another cluster bomber. Weapon 2 Sam. Weapon 1 twin autocannon. PGC 95. Oh, is it not a twin autocannon? It's 3 to 4 HP. Gamma. It's a quad auto. Okay, frick off. Yeah, the Dragonfly. That is funny. Huh. Ooh, those count as twin autocannons. Interesting. Alright, well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Wait, these Gazelles do? 785? 785 when you have... Oh, that's bullcrap. See you next time.